y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Welcome to another episode of Ron's Opinion Don't Matter. What's going on? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Um, Earlier today, I was on live and brought up a subject about Joe Biden pardoning his son, and I threw out a couple of things that I thought things that was on my mind about why he did what he did. The other thing is, we kind of knew he was going to do, but it is what it is with that. I mean, I don't really want to keep on emphasizing over and over about JoJo pardoning his son, but he did. But I know, I just think that he's gonna suffer some criticism over it, but it's all right. It's all good. It's all good. Let Joe take care of his son. I mean, let the criminal out. It is what it is. But how's everybody doing? Once again, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Appreciate y'all who's joining in on this live. Um, you know, Today's a beautiful day, cold as heck outside. If you live in the state of Pennsylvania, um, it's cold. The only thing I say, it's cold. So at the end of the day, but life is good. Life is beautiful, and I'm hoping that everyone's having a wonderful day. I'm hoping everybody's having a blessed day, you know, and I hope they're making God first. So if you out here, you on this live, hopefully you're making God first. If you're not first, try your best to make him first. Get to know him, get close to him. We're dealing with a lot of stuff out here. There's a lot of stuff going on. Sometimes I think we move around this country naively, not realizing, I don't even know if that's a word, but not realizing that, anything can happen at any time. You know what I mean? And so my suggestion is that, stay prayed up. Keep your relationship with God tight. Trust and believe in his word. Get close to him as possible. And worship and praise God. What's up, Chris, for real? What's going on? How you feeling? And at the end of the day, regardless of your political stance, regardless of all that other stuff, we went through a lot of tough time, and the last 4 years have been rough for a lot of people. It's been rough for a lot of people, and it's sad, but it's been rough for a lot of people. And I hate the fact that when you watch the news or when you watch, a lot of them get up there and they talk, and it's like they care less how bad it is for people. They get up there and they make these dumb behind speeches, and oh well, it's not that, and it's not that bad, and are y'all really crazy? Well, I think time the borders are and clean up New York. Well, here's the thing about that is that New York ain't the only problem they got to clean up. But here's the thing. I noticed that the mayor of New York seemed to start to reverse course on, his stance on that. And my thing is this, they got to go. These people got to go. I know everybody they got to go. They're not supposed to be here. They came over here illegally. And I stress illegally. Not the ones that came in America the right way, went through the process, did everything they were supposed to do, how they were supposed to do it. I am not referring to them. Thank y'all for coming. We appreciate having y'all here. But I'm talking about the ones that broke the law to get here. We need to send them back. We need to send them back, and we need to send them back quickly. As soon as possible. We cannot play this game of extension and letting it linger on and linger on. We need to go full steam, pack up, ship out. And that's my take on it. I mean, that's my opinion on it. I'm glad Trump picked the borders that he picked. I didn't know a whole lot about time when I've heard him a couple of times talk when I watch, I watch a lot of hunting TV because I want to go hunting one day. Because I've never been hunting, but I want to go hunting one day. But I watch him on there, and so I kind of got a little bit of a gist of what type of person he was, and I think he's a no nonsense type of dude, and that's what you need. You need somebody that's not going to be, feel sorry for people and get emotionally attached to it when you got a country you got to protect. And that's what my problem is with, this current administration. they haven't done the job of protecting the country. I mean, honestly, to me, they committed treason. That's how I feel about it. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that one. I mean, the kids that's coming across here with no adult supervision and stuff like that, I don't know how they handling that. I mean, me personally, send them back too, but that's just me personally. That's my personal plan. I don't know how they handling that. My thing is this: who did these kids come from? And there's got to be some type of parent somewhere. And it all seems like to me it's just a trick to find a way to get them over here and get them to somebody they know, and then the parents somehow or another get over. I don't know. I can't speak to it. All I know is if you came over here the wrong way, send them back. That's it. And hopefully they can find out who these kids' parents are and send them back to their parents. I'm not, that's just my opinion on it. I don't know what to say. I don't know how they handling that. I don't know. My thing is I know they can't find over 300,000 children that's over here. They don't know where they're at. That to me is a problem in itself. So if you can't keep track of the 300,000 plus, because I know it's more than that, that's already came over here, why would you keep bringing more? Y'all don't even know what y'all doing with the ones y'all getting. And this is the thing that puzzles me when I see people that continuously want to support the Democratic Party, as if you can't tell me that y'all have no idea none of this stuff is going on, and these are the ones that's been supporting that and allowing that and okay with that. Y'all don't have, you mean to tell me that y'all have no clue this stuff is going on? I mean, I know that the media don't put out there stuff like that, but you get no wind of it in no type of way. No Facebook when something come across Instagram, something come across Facebook, YouTube, X, any type of these, any idea that y'all just chose to ignore it and say, I'm going to vote Democrat anyway. It just don't make sense to me. It really does not make sense to me that we still have that level of support on that side. It boggles my mind that we still have that level of support over there, and it puzzles me because I'm like, how can y'all continuously vote for these people knowing that they're the ones pushing the child sex trafficking, they're the ones pushing men to go into women's sports, they're the ones doing all of this destructive stuff, and y'all okay with it? They're doing everything to destroy the family structure, and y'all okay with that? Like, it's in America, it's like you're not supposed to be if you look at the way the Democratic Party is, it's like they want to make husband and a wife and children obsolete. That's what it looks like to me with them. It's like they don't believe in husband, wife. They want to make it obsolete. What's up, Warrior for Christ? Good evening, brother. Good to see you. Good to see you. I hope all is well with you, brother. I hope all is well. Yeah. And it's like they want to get totally, it's like the Democratic Party wants to totally get rid of the family structure. This is what I see with them. Like, I'm like, how could somebody consistently want to keep voting for that unless something is really, really off with you? Something have to really be off with you to want to just continuously vote for these people, knowing that the level of evil that's coming out of them. And that's the part. And that's the part that puzzles my mind. It really does puzzle my mind. And I don't get it. And I just, when I talk to people, I try to talk them out of voting for Democrat. And even after this election is over with, I am still pushing the gas of, you know what? No, we need to abandon them totally. Because I don't want none of them to get back in office on no scale. Because because you see the damage they have already done when you gave them that much power. And I don't know if it was, I know the Democratic Party wasn't always this bad, but it got that bad, and I just don't want no part. And that's why, I heard it from a friend of mine that said, I'm voting Republican until further notice. And I grabbed that one for myself too. I said, I'm voting Republican until further notice, meaning that the Republican Party start getting wackadoo like this they doing, guess what? Then I'm gonna have to go some other direction. But it doesn't make sense what I'm seeing out of the Democratic Party. And that's why it puzzles me that anybody would continuously vote for these people. And that's crazy. It just doesn't add up unless you embrace evil just like they do. you embrace destruction of the family just like they do. And I know, we all go through problems, we all have, disagreements, and sometimes families don't stay together. But these people are promoting it. Like they're literally trying to promote and push it. You know what I mean? And and my thing is this: if you read the Bible, and the Bible says that we are enemies of God. And when you look at what they're doing, it's a clear indication that we're by nature, we're enemies of God. It wasn't supposed to be that way, but it's something missing. It's just something missing. And once you become God conscious, you don't, it's just some things you just don't want to do because you look at God, you don't want to offend God, and you're trying to work your way out of offending God. That means consciously God is living inside of you, the spirit of God is in you, and you don't want to just live any old kind of way. And that doesn't make you perfect, but it makes you conscious of say, I'm just not going to go do any and everything. And these people on the Democratic side, and I can't say all of them, but I'm not trying to cipher through who is who. It's too many of them on that side to just say, no, I'm good. I don't want no parts of it. I just don't. That's it. And I'm afraid that, I don't live in fear, but my fear when I say that is not that I'm scared, but it's like, I just think that the Democratic Party, while they're still in office and they got this little bit of time left, I just feel like they're going to do so much more damage in a short period of time just to make a point and make Trump's job harder just for spite. And that's my concern right now. My concern is that they're going to do a lot of damage for spite. Because if you look at what Joe Biden did, was he authorized Ukraine to use long-range missiles. Why would you do that now? Why would you do that? And what are you trying to provoke now? Because you're trying to make it harder for Trump to get into position to be able to negotiate some type of peace treaty or whatever it is he's going to do between these two to end that war. You're trying to push it deeper into war so that he can't stop it. And I know people that, wars are, we always have wars. You got to understand something. A lot of these wars that we're fighting, we should not be involved in. We should not be funding, and we shouldn't be involved in. And we're playing both sides of this. We're playing both sides. It's not like we're on one side and another side. It's like we're playing both sides to keep it going. And the only reason you would keep something like that going is if there's some financial benefit from it. And that's the problem with the Democratic Party. It's a financial benefit that's coming to them because they're the ones that own all this money, got all their money invested in Boeing and Lockheed Martin and all of these places that make military equipment and stuff like that. Believe me when I tell you, they are rapidly and with a lot, they're financially benefiting ridiculously off of this stuff. And they are. And I remember when Obama was in office and he signed legislation to allow them to trade stock. I think that was like the worst thing possible. And that just escalated it to another level. And now they just think that they can do whatever they want to do and there is no repercussions behind any of it. And they have been literally ripping off American citizens and they don't care how they do it. And that's why I'm so glad that we got, when Trump administration get in office and they start dismantling everything, you're going to find out a lot of stuff about where our money has been going that you're going to probably be, you're going to be like, I can't believe that they took millions and billions of dollars and spent it on something that's stupid. That's stupid. And I'm telling you, even when it comes to some of these contracts, and I'm going to tell you, the government wastes money on stupid stuff. And when I tell people, I don't go into a lot of depth of what I mean by that, but here's my point. You can go, a guy can say, oh, I guess what? I invented bottled water. Let's just say bottled water. I invented bottled water. And he'll take it to the government and sell it to them. And he probably say, I invented bottled water and, it's going to cost me $2 a bottle to make the bottled water. The government dumb behind to turn around and give them $30 a bottle of water. And it's not that they dumb, it's just so they can get something on the back end of that. And I'm telling you, it's not just on the federal level, it's on the local level too. They're taking your tax dollars and they're doing everything they want to do with it, and they're not doing the right thing with it. And they know that the average American citizen is not going to go to these meetings. They know that you're not going to complain. They know you're not going to say, and most of them, and probably a good 70% of them, is not even going to go do the research to find out where the tax dollars is going even though this is supposed to be public information. And that's why they're able to do it, because no one's saying anything. No one's doing anything, and no one's complaining about it. And and they keep voting in line with voting for these people, and they're getting in office and still holding on these positions and getting away with it over and over and over. And I keep telling people, Democrats win by default. They don't win elections by campaigning for your election. If you look at all of the places where Democrats are in charge at, because there's so many people that vote Democrat, they really don't even have to campaign for their vote, because they already know by sure nature, you're going to just go vote Democrat because for some reason you think that is. Now, you just think that that's the way you're supposed to vote, as opposed to find out what these people are really about. And you start looking at these political names and some of these people and what they're doing with the money, you're going to be like, man, this is crazy. And this is the money that you work for. This is your tax dollars that they're taking out of your paycheck. You busting your behind, and you can't do with your money what you want to do with your money, but they doing what they want to do with your money. If you got a job and you work and you pay taxes, that is your money, and you have a strong say-so in it, and they're doing what they want to do with it, and no one's holding these people accountable these politicians accountable for what they're doing. You cannot justify the amount of wealth that the Democratic Party have. Bill Clinton and the Clintons, the Obamas, and the Bidens, and the Pelosi's, the level of, and I can't name all of them, the level of wealth that is around, that is funneled through these people and they own, does not make sense when your job was supposed to be political. You're a public servant. How did y'all get all this money? It doesn't make sense. They crooks. And they doing it right in our face, and no one's complaining about it. No one's doing something about it. But yet, and that's why these people, because they want to continue to do what they was doing, that's why they were trying to paint Trump as a tyrant, a Hitler, a racist, and everything else, because they did not want no disruption of the crimes and the theft that they're doing in office right now. And that's why they was trying to push it so hard. And when he won that election, they was shocked, because they were so used to things that will going the way they wanted to go, that it didn't go this time the way they wanted it to go. And that's crazy. But, it's just, it boggles my mind. But, at the end of the day, we about to have a good thing. It's about to be exciting. It's about to be fun. It's about to be wealthy. We about to get this money. We finally got Trump in office, and I'm telling you, if he's able to accomplish what he set out to accomplish, and I'm not going to say 100%, but we did our part. We got Trump in office. We got House majority, Senate majority. Now we just got to see who is who, because we know we got some Republicans that sometimes don't do the right thing by the people too. But if we able to pull this off, and we can get them no tax on your overtime, that's going to be a blessing. No tax on your tips, that's going to be a blessing. No more taxing the Social Security, which they shouldn't be doing it anyway. That's going to be a blessing. And that's going to help working class American citizens, and the ones that have already worked on and able to draw Social Security because they already paid into the system. That right there is going to give this economy an extreme boost, because there are a lot of people right now that are struggling to make ends meet. If you had more of your money to work with, the ends can meet a whole lot better. You do not need government to take all your taxes and then try to give you a little bit of it back, and then they go spend it on stupid stuff. You know what I mean? Like they'll do some research on something that don't even make sense. How many veins does a monkey have in his knuckles? Or some stupid stuff like that. This is what they waste your money on. And if you start to look at all of the stuff they spend their money on, and the research and stuff that they keep calling research, you will be appalled about how they doing it. And it is utterly disgusting across the board. But you know what? God is good. And like I said, I don't want to beat the dead horses of what they're doing. I'm excited about what's coming. I'm excited about our future of America. The next 4 years is going to be the boom of all booms. I don't know if any of y'all have paid any attention to the crypto market. It has already reacted. It has already reacted. Stock market reacted, kind of had a pullback, but it still reacted. Crypto is reacting. you see all of these meme coins and Bitcoin and everything is climbing, climbing, climbing. You know, stocks have climbed, they fall back, but they still climb. That tells you right there that even Wall Street and the crypto market trust Trump by far more with this economy than what we're currently dealing with right now, because it's responding. You see that all the way across the board with with the cryptocurrency, and you see it with the stock market. Real talk. So if my advice to y'all is, you know, if you don't invest, if you don't have nothing to invest, you probably should have did it a while ago. But I still tell people, put some skin in the game. Don't let your back be your only way of making a living. Because if you're just relying on your back, what happens when your back goes out? What happens when your health fails? But if you got some type of money, a little bit of money, and you invest it in different places and different things, and you diversify in your accounts and stuff like that, at that point, now you have the world working for you too. While you're working for the world is actually working for you too. And hopefully there's some prosperity that comes out of that. You know what I mean? And that, you know, that in a nutshell, you know, I do try to do some investment. I do buy some crypto. I do all of that stuff. And, you know, because I see it necessary and it's been extremely beneficial to my life personally. If I would not have had the mindset that I had doing what I was doing when I was doing it, I would not have been able to weather the storm of what we've been dealing with for the last 4 years. And that's the truth of the matter. And I'm telling you that, especially now that things are coming, why it's going good and everything else, don't just go spend crazy, store. Enjoy your life, but also store. Put something in the kitty to make sure you're good for the long haul, especially if you're young. Put something away for the long haul. That way you'll benefit as time progresses and you'll get growth and prosperity out of it. And as long as you do consistently and you're disciplined with that, you'll be better off down the road. Believe me when I tell you, you'll be better off down the road. Don't don't despise small beginnings. Do the right thing. Be disciplined with your money. Be disciplined what you have. Enjoy some of it, but also be responsible with it and make sure that you're putting something away, rather it's a small savings that draws interest, rather it's investment account, IRA accounts, stocks, bonds, whatever. Make sure that you're not the only way. Make sure that the only way you make a living isn't just coming from how you get up and go make your living every single day. That's where you start. But you take some of that and let that keep working for you. And that's, you know, that I believe that in a nutshell. And I'm gonna be honest with you, that has been, you know, my thing for a long period of time and stuff like that. Even if you go out buy a property, whatever case may be. You know what I mean? And I tell everybody, first thing you do is you pray about it. You know, you talk to God, say, God, give me some direction, give me some insight, show me what it is that you want me to do, what direction you want me to go. And then you have to show God that you're accountable and you're responsible. And the more he can count on you to do the right thing, he'll keep opening up doors for you, and you'll see the blessing, and you'll see God, you know, bring prosperity to your life. And I'm not saying that that's all that comes along with it, but if you do it the right way, God reigns on the just as well as the unjust. Somebody don't even have to worship and care about God, but if they're doing all of the principles, they're gonna get the benefit. So as a child of God, you got to still apply the very same principles and you'll get the benefit of it. You know, it's not going to fall out the sky. You got to put the work in and you got to apply the principles and you'll get the benefit of that. And being a child of God, is even more so because now you have God's favor over your life. That's also going to help you to produce what it is. Because I don't think, you know, at the end of the day, I don't think God intended for none of us to be broke. He wanted us to work. I mean, when he first created man, he didn't just make man and put him out there. He said he didn't cause the ground nothing to grow because he said there wasn't a man to till the ground. So once he made man, then he made everything else grow because now there was a man to keep it there and keep it in check or whatever case may be. But, you know, God is good. And I pray that everybody on this live, I hope you have some sort of relationship with Jesus Christ. And outside of anything that I say, that is by far the most important. Because I know that he loves you and he cares about you. And he didn't go to the cross for nothing. He went to that cross for all of us. And if you don't have them, get to know them. And I pray that you do. I really do. I pray that you do. Outside of anything else, I'll say politically, anything like that, that by far is more important. I mean, that is my life changer. And that I've not only seen him change my life for the greater and the better, eternally, internally, externally, the whole process. I've seen him do it in many, 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 many other people's lives. You know what I mean? And trust him, and he'll be there for you no matter what. And he'll never leave you, never forsake you, no matter how bad things get. He'll always be there with you, and he will help bring you out of it. Just obey him. Learn his voice. Learn God's voice. Because he said, my sheep know my voice, and a stranger they will not follow. And the more you get to learn, know God's voice, the more you will get better direction on how to move, when to move, and when to do, and when not to do. And you will eliminate a lot of stupid, silly mistakes that we make across the board. You're not going to get it all right. But believe me when I tell you, it will eliminate a lot of it because you finally understood, you finally know his voice, and you can actually allow yourself to be guided and led it by him. And with that said, I'm going to get off this live. I want to thank everyone. Please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Please watch these videos as often as you like. Hit that notification button. That way you get notified anytime that I'm putting out a video. And with that said, I want to say God bless everybody and peace.